Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game here on Northern Isle between 120 and a moon. 120 spawning as well, let me fix my colors. There we go. 120 spawning as the blue undead on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, moon spawning as the yellow night elf. Night Elf versus Undead. No big surprises, as I am expecting, well, Moon to go Keeper of the Grove, get a little bit of tempo, and maybe get a Demon Hunter second, or, well, Demon Hunter first. I mean, these two players, Moon 120, very, very well known Warcraft 3 players in have been part of the professional scene for quite some time, and it's always great to just see Warcraft 3 played at such a high level. We're going to be looking at, well, let's go ahead and just go to to that 2-minute mark to keep track of the heroes. It will be a Death Knight going up against a Demon Hunter. So the Demon Hunter using Immolation as its creeping mechanism, and then following it up with perhaps a bit of mana burn a little bit later. Demon Hunter already out here on the battlefield, gonna try and go after these units. Well, gets purged there. Now gonna try and engage that Demon Hunter. Actually, in a little bit of a strange spot, does pick up that Ring of Protection +4, but that wasn't as clean and efficient as we've seen from Moon. That one Demon Hunter just seemingly dancing around back and forth just a little bit, as we see the Death Knight quickly launching a Death Coil off at that Tuskar Trapper to try and engage and clear it. The Demon Hunter is already inbound, ready to cause a bit of disruption, as we see a Ziggurat being quickly placed down, and that may be forced to be cancelled. All right, there's a quick detonation as well, and with that all gone, a second Sacrificial Skull could be used. Immolation still on that Demon Hunter, trying to go after those lower hit point units and, well, rack up more damage. There's another Death Coil there. Demon Hunter trying to chase after those lower hit point ghouls. May not be able to go after them, as we're looking at more damage getting racked up here. No Nerubian Tower upgrades that I see. Are we going to see the Demon Hunter finish off one ghoul? Yes. Now trying to go off after another ghoul as well. Doesn't have those Boots of Speed yet, but does pick up that mana burn as that second ability, as we thought. Demon Hunter looking to finish things off here, take down another ghoul on the end of the map. Meanwhile, well, Acolyte was able to summon up a Ziggurat. There was a follow-up detonation by the Wisp, but it looks like that Ziggurat will get up and operational. 120 will be able to establish this haunted gold mine here. Now, Moon, no slacker, purposely going into tier 2 and perhaps going to try and win the game out with superior units. Demon Hunter now in a little bit of a tough spot. That Ring of Protection +4 really giving him a lot more durability than I would have expected, with that additional 24% or 24% effective hit points. So 24% of 625, an extra about 150 hit points. Add in the fact that there's some regeneration in there as well, and you can see why that Demon Hunter has been able to stay alive. Nerubian Tower going to be up soon, as 120 wants this game to go long. He wants that Expo to really be able to pay for itself, and the returns on it not going to be that quick, as the Demon Hunter should be trying to pick up perhaps a Tavern Hero when this Tree of Life is done upgrading. Now Boots of Speed on this Demon Hunter, perhaps going to find a couple of low hit point ghouls, and now going straight after these units again. All right, just picking up ghouls, and now that he has Boots of Speed, may be able to finish off a couple of these. Death Knight comes in and gets in harm's way. Demon Hunter wants to try to dive in on that ghoul, but with the Nerubian Tower right there, decides against it. A couple of archers nearby here, going to try and go after some more units. Are we going to see that one ghoul get taken down to 82 hit points? Skeletal minions, beautiful body block by 120 again, as this ghoul now retreats back, and we still don't see a Nerubian Tower inside of the base here. All right, Demon Hunter could go after some of these units, gets body blocked by his own Acolyte here, and now what is he going to do to try and head back out? Demon Hunter down to 212, 215 hit points, and still making his rounds again. All right, Acolyte, little bit more damage. Haunted Gold Mine nearly done. Is that ghoul going to get in front? No, he is not. Doesn't want to get run over by that Demon Hunter, as we could look at a mana burn on that Death Knight before, well, starting that retreat again. More skeletal minions getting popped back up. Death Knight does have Unholy Aura, but unable to keep up. Well, if the Demon Hunter stops, what is Moon doing? All right, the Demon Hunter stopped momentarily, was not quite sure what that was about. Perhaps refocused all of his efforts off to the north, had a clear run back home, and now Moon looking to finish off the Ogre Magi's here. Demon Hunter trying to perhaps go after some of these Demon Hunter trying to go after the Death Knight here. The Tree of Life was already built. Ancient of Lore is trying to get constructed as well, as the archers are back out here on the battlefield. No immolation. Wisps are getting cleaned up here. There's a couple of detonation and breath of fire and immolation to just try and burn down all of those ghouls. That one ghoul able to escape away at 22 hit points, but the Demon Hunter is now, well, gonna chase him down and finish him off. Meanwhile, Panda perhaps can get off some more breaths of fire. No breath of fire, even though it was on. It was available to him, trying to finish off these units again and again. That ghoul down to 113 hit points, as the Demon Hunter still chasing after these low hit point units, may be able to get up to level 3 just by going after ghoul and ghoul. There goes another ghoul with a quick run by. 2 more shots needed. 1 more shot needed. And this is just an absolute ghoul slaughter, as the Demon Hunter perhaps going to come back around, lay down a mana burn, or go after another ghoul again. All right, immolation not even being used at this point. Finally turning on and perhaps going after this low hit point ghoul. Ghoul down to 34 hit points, trying to double back away. Breath of Fire could be coming across here. There's that Breath of Fire, but actually misses the low hit point ghoul, as both sides are engaging again and again. Ancient of Lore about done. Dryads will be joining in on the fight. 34 supply compared to 29. This Panda's Breath of Fire, additional Breath of Fire damage could be a big deal. Nerubian Tower, however, going to cause a bit of slowing, coming back around the other way. All right, Panda, well, getting closer to level 2. And still perhaps going to see another mana burn on that Death Knight, as that Death Knight hasn't been able to get off very many death coils still after all this time. Boots of Speed, he's going to be able to close in on that distance. He's trying to go after. There's immolation again. There's that mana burn, making sure that he's constantly outside of death coil mana. 43 supply compared to 31. Panda gonna clear out this creep camp here, get up to level 2. Demon Hunter walking all the way back home. Couple of these Moonwells are quite barren. Dryads are getting trained up. No signs of Druids of the Claw for any additional healing, but Moon is running up on 2 bases as well. All right, all of that effort to set up that earlier base, only to see Moon right behind you also setting up a base, has got to be pretty disheartening, as you no longer have the economic advantage. Halls of the Dead now taking the tier 2 Black Citadel Lich, now going to be out here on the battlefield. Can the Demon Hunter and the Demon Hunter and the Brewmaster get enough going, as we see another mana burn go down? All right, trying to keep the Death Knight at bay. Death Knight now at level 3, trying to pick off archers like the Demon Hunter was picking off ghouls throughout much of this map. All right, still a little bit of slow poison. The slow poison damage. Drunken Haze now on that Death Knight. There's some more slow poison, as that Death Knight down to 245. Is it going to get caught out in the open? Perhaps get a Wisp. There's a Wisp to try and get sight up onto the high ground. Goblin Shredder here. Death Knight could be in trouble. There's a mana burn. There's a Breath of Fire just blowing him over. All right, hiring the Goblin Zeppelin here. Goblin Shredder needs to be brought back out and hired, and start working back at home. Death Knight falling at level 3, now being forced to get resurrected, now making the Lich have to work by himself to get to level 2. Major setbacks there, but once that Death Knight is out on the battlefield and Black Citadel is done, you better believe some changes will be in order. Still no Obsidian statues though, as we are looking at triple crypts for gargoyles. All right, so mass gargoyles going to be the strategy, even though the Panda is at level 3. Level 2 Breath of Fire should be able to well, blow those gargoyles out of the sky, or at least rack up enough damage to make them fairly inefficient. No real reason to have these gargoyles here. There's nothing to really target in the air in terms of creeps to help with the creep pattern overall, as that tracker now looking to retreat back again. All right, Sorcerer gonna get taken down too. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter, Healing Ward, clearing out this Marketplace creep camp. Panda and Demon Hunter both sitting at level 3. Pure up of Vitality on the Demon Hunter, and now adding in a Rejuvenation as well. It looks like Moon is ready for another engagement. Ancients of Wind training up Hippogriffs. So Hippogriffs going up against gargoyles. There are going to be dryads on the ground. Couple of breath of fire now, blowing over a couple more units as the gargoyles are going to be in position here. Brewmaster doesn't have that much mana. Demon Hunter actually, in a very, very far back here, doesn't have a way to get out of that tough spot, and there's no Staff of Preservation either. Unholy Aura on the Death Knight. Going to have some fast moves as we see a big Frost Nova go down. There goes one Hippogriff, pretty much taken down in an instant. There's the Archer, and I believe this Druid of the Claw is not going to be able to make it. Whoa, down to 12 hit points. One or two more shots. Gonna go ahead and finish it off there. Lich at level 3, Orb of Corruption, Frost Nova, I believe Gloves of Haste now on that Lich. Items being transferred around. Are we gonna see a mana burn? There's a mana burn onto the Lich. Death Knight is gonna be gonna get mana burn to 2 if that fight does stick around. All right, Moon actually appears to be in a little bit of trouble here. He's trying to crank out enough hippogriffs to deal with this massive ghoul or gargoyle army that's in the air. Demon Hunter, or the Panda, needs to get off multiple breaths of fire to really be able to deal any significant damage, and he doesn't even have Orb of Venom to try and challenge these units either. Are we going to be looking at a Drunken Haze Breath of Fire? There's a Drunken Haze. The Breath of Fire misses their targets, though, and only the ghouls are the ones that are taking a taking any real damage here. Demon Hunter gets Staff of Preservation back home, perhaps going to try and use a Healing Ward to have this fight go well for him. Meanwhile, Dryads are trying to keep this gargoyle army at bay, but because the gargoyles are air units, they're able to stack up and really push out large amounts of damage, while the Dryads are still, even though they have superior range, still trying to get into proper position. All right, both sides fighting their way through. You can see, Healing Ward placed down here. Dryads are slowly getting picked apart. Demon Hunter trying to retreat back. There goes another Dryad again. Demon Hunter does have Orb of Venom, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, but Scroll of Healing quickly counteracting all of that, as well as the Brewmaster needs to find a way to get a little bit more mana. All right, Stone Form quickly being used. One low hit point gargoyle going to retreat back, perhaps go into Stone Form on the side here to regenerate those hit points. Meanwhile, Tree of Life still suffering quite a bit of damage. That gargoyle looks like it will get picked off here. There's a mana burn. Frost Nova onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter may need a Staff of Preservation to head back alive as Moon's Tree of Life is still in a bit of trouble. Hippogriffs do have a Roar. Gargoyles still dealing large amounts of damage as the Demon Hunter gets another mana burn. Drunken Haze, are we going to see a Breath of Fire? No, just Stone Form going back and forth, and now I believe that was another Scroll of Healing used right there. Death Knight could be in trouble. Is the Death Knight going to get taken down to 85? There's a mana burn. One or two more shots is all that is needed, and yes, the Death Knight ends up getting taken down. Demon Hunter going to perhaps, yes, finish off the Naga Sea Witch right there, and that is the game. Moon looked like he was up against the ropes. 120. Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't get to see the final scores. Thank you. 120 looked like he had Moon up against the ropes, but Moon never giving up, taking down the Death Knight, taking down the Naga Sea Witch, and then perhaps the Lich was soon to follow, still able to salvage that game and come away with the victory. Without any more items and any more Scrolls of Healing to keep those gargoyles alive, it would have been given Moon enough time to bounce back and yeah, enough time to bounce back, recover a bit, restabilize, and then perhaps those gargoyles would not have been as effective. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below. Sorry I couldn't get the final scores. Blizzard kicked me offline, even though I'm streaming. And yep, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys, well, check out more of my videos.